Yeah.
Is that what started to make you unhappy? There were people telling you that you guys were supposed to be doing something that that you weren't doing, and you start to kind of think twice about the direction you were going in. You kind of go back and see how that thought process worked for you guys.
Yeah, I think the album was really the point where we just said to hell with it all and just can I say hell on the radio?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Trip Through Hell. I guess
There you
I
go.
can say that.
Yeah.
And we just said, well, we're just going to go this direction, and that's where we went, and from the album on, and we never looked back. We never went back to the commercial stuff.
Just came and played 100 years. That's where I really belong.
Ken was just saying that was kind of all done on your own. Were you doing the playing all the instruments and singing all the parts there, Ken?
Well, that's kind of how we used to develop the songs. I'd kind of get with a little tape recorder and I'd make up all these parts, and then the other guys would come in and fix them up and turn them into something good, you know.
But that one never got released at the time.
That one never got released. It's probably because we were into the marijuana. We had a great idea, but we weren't able to execute it, you know.
Right, so it took, 20 years? So the album was first released, was I right, 69?
Might have been even before that.
Right.
You know.
Well, we'll have to check that. But
yeah.
Then last year, Sundazed Records came to you and said, let's put the album and everything else you ever recorded on a CD. And tell us a little bit about that, how that happened, how you were approached, and what were they like to work with?
Well, let me say this. I mean, these were the first honest people we ever worked with in 25 years. I mean, it was just absolutely amazing to meet somebody that was really upfront. And, you know, Bob Irwin, it's funny, he has the same last name, only spelled with an I, and mine's spelled with an E.
Right.
And by the way, I think he's the chief engineer for Sony Records, so the man really has talent, knows his business. And he approached me through Jim Olsberg, who was a local collector and puts out a magazine. I should give him a little shout. What the heck's his name?
Yeah, really.
Just, Lost and Found magazine. Mm-hmm. There you go, Jim. You owe me something. And
yeah, he wanted to interview you first, right? That was the deal.
Yeah, he did, and then he hooked me up with Bob, and then Bob and I talked. That's funny. These people are extremely honest. I walked, we went out there, and I had 6 of the original albums, Trip Through Hell albums, I brought with me, and we had them sitting in a room, and I asked him if I wanted to play one, and he says, "Oh yeah, yeah." I says, "Well, just break the seal on this one." He says, "Don't break the seal on that thing."
Right.
I says, "Well, we can just seal it up again." He says, "No, these collectors, they know the real things, you know." So we didn't. So he sent them home with me, but.
That's right. You were telling me actually there were only, was it 1,500 of the original vinyls pressed up?
Yeah, not too many. I'm not sure the exact number, to be honest with you, but I don't think it was more than that. But
and that's part of the reason why it's become a collector's item among record collectors in vinyl.
I guess because it's scarce or whatever. It's like postage stamps or whatever. It's just scarce.
And because the music stands up. Don't be coy. Don't be coy. So where were we? So Sundazed come to you and they say let's put the thing out on CD. What was your initial reaction? Because I mean, to give some background here, you've saved all this stuff. You've saved the original albums. You've saved all the memorabilia. And as far as you're concerned, you're sitting now in another life, and maybe thinking about it every now and then, but not being conscious of anybody else wanting to work with it. So what was it like after all that time to have someone say, let's do it all over again?
Well, I was, and I guess I still am kind of amazed that there's this kind of interest in it. I mean, it's just kind of amazing to me. But so I went out there with tapes and things that I had collected or kept and hung on for whatever. God only knows why I hung on to this stuff. And I went out there and they took these tapes, and for the first time, some of them hadn't been played in 30 years or longer. And they were rewound backwards, and Bob, he's a master technician. He went through it all. We sat there one afternoon and dumped it all over to digital, and I had an acetate of something I did back when I was in high school, and this man is a purist. He is an absolute purist. He took this box out of these needles, like you play on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and he put this little eyeglass on like a jeweler does when you look at diamonds. And he looked at the groove in the record, and then he went over to his box and picked just the needle that fit that groove. This man is pure.
The rich man is a beggar, the poor man ain't no king. No, 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 richest girl, all your love's what to bring. The rich man is a beggar, the poor man ain't no king. No, 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 richest girl, all your love's what to bring.
It's about 7 or 8 minutes to 9, so what I'm going to do now, Ken, is play the first track on the album. We'll go through, because the album does stand up as like a concept album, and we'll talk a bit about that, but we'll play this 9-minute track to get us to the top of the hour here. A Trip Through Hell Part 1. Was this, just a little background, was this strange at the time to record a 9-minute song like this that weaves in and out of different musical genres? Was this kind of something you thought was a little different in and of itself at the time?
It was strange then, it's strange now.
What better intro to A Trip Through Hell Part 1 from the CA Quintet on Local Sound Economy, KFAI 90.3. Part 1, which was the intro track to the Trip Through Hell album. Now, hopefully, if we've got our lines connected here, we're going to get another member of the band, Tom, who is all the way down in Oklahoma. Now, hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to work. Tom, can you hear us? Tom, are you there?
I can hear you now.
There you go. Tom, thanks for holding on.
It's no problem.
You're down in Oklahoma. Thanks for joining us tonight on KFAI 90.3 and 106.7 FM. So we were just asking Ken, Tom, after almost 20 years of not being in the CA Quintet, how did you feel when you heard that Sundazed Records were putting out the CD reissue and bringing all back those memories? How did you feel about that?
Well, I'll tell you what, it was, it blew me away, man. I couldn't imagine it. Well, you know, it was kind of fun, but you know, we were very radical at that point in time. I think, and in some cases very cover, but in other cases very radical. When we were doing our own stuff, we were extremely radical, I think.
Yeah. Do you think it still stands up to the music that's being made today?
I don't know. You know, I've got a friend who's teaches gifted children down here, and she's played the music for some of these people, and they just go nuts for it.
Cool.
They like it better than, I don't know any of the groups right now, but there's I don't know, they just seem to like it.
Do you still play guitar?
Pardon?
Do you still play guitar?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. But you haven't been playing professionally for a while, or?
Oh, I sit in once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm more into blues right now, blues and jazz.
I was going to say, actually, one thing that we haven't told our listeners yet is that we've got some tape of when you and Tom, or you and Ken, Tom, and Doug got together about 6 months ago, was it? Or late last year, and recorded together, and we were listening to it earlier on. We'll listen to some a little later, but it's very bluesy. So do you think that's kind of the direction you would have gone, rather than just keeping on the psychedelic thing there?
Mark, I'm kind of losing your voice here.
Yeah, I know, so am I. I was thinking, is blues...
Is it me or is it you?
No, I think it's me. I think we have a faulty connection here. But I was trying to say, is the blues the thing that you find yourself enjoying playing most now, if you have to put a label on it?
Can't hear a thing you're saying right now.
Really?
No.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
I was going to say, is the blues the kind of music that you find yourself enjoying most playing now?
Well, that's what most people understand right now, and that's what I do. I enjoy that, but I'll tell you what, this stuff that goes a little off center. I've got a lot of that in me still, and I can really yank some of that stuff out when I want to.
What was it like, Ken?
But I'm just a little more controlled with it now,
What was it like playing again together, Ken?
With Tom?
Yeah,
Hey, you can hear me, man?
I can hear you.
All right. What was it like playing again? It was fantastic. What'd you say, Tom?
It was like a dream come true again.
Yeah, we had ourselves a good old time.
Here's the other thing, Here's the thing that I really I enjoyed you guys so much. I mean, it was like it's like a brotherhood that never dies. We'll be friends for the rest of our lives, and that stuff comes out of me like, geez, like Hershey's out of I don't know.
Thomas, watch it. We're on the radio.
Man, I can yank that stuff out if the setting's right. Bam. And it's like running an engine at 6,000 RPMs, just ready to explode. Bam! Up in there.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a chemistry thing? Do you think bands it needs to be a chemistry between people to make music, and there's only a certain amount of people that you're ever going to be able to make music with?
Oh, there was a lot of good chemistry with us, and guys like Art Blues Johnson playing drums. Jeez, give me a break now. This guy's he had the hottest press roll in town. Man, we'd be playing sometime, and he'd come up with these little press rolls once in a while. He's a king of the press rolls. He just bam, and he'd freak everybody out. It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. And Doug, oh, what a voice. And Kenny, man, he'd put the words together. Oh, yeah. It was a lot of fun. And even Tony Wright, man, he had one of the hammerest V3 organs, man. Oh, have mercy.
So if someone said to you guys now, I'm going to put you on the spot. If someone said, all right, get a band together and let's play out live, would you do it, Tom?
In a minute. It'd probably take me a couple of days. I don't have to get there first.
Well, that's great.
Oh, I could do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. That's one of the things you never lose. And
that's great to hear.
I think it'll be a lot better now.
Cool. Let's do it. Tom, we're going to have to pause now and get into some more music. I really want to thank you for hanging on the phone there in Oklahoma and dealing with the technical difficulties. And it's a pleasure to hear the music that you made 20-odd years ago. I'm glad you did, and I really appreciate you being here tonight. And hopefully we can hear from you again sometime.
Mark, can I cut in one second? Yeah. I just want to say that in my opinion, that Tom was the man that made the music. I mean, this is the guy with the guitar. This is the man with the magic guitar. And we're talking a kid that was, what were you, 17, 18 years old back then?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
A little older now.
It's too bad you haven't improved.
I don't mean to say that. Be 5 years old, for Christ.
He was good, man.
Listen, I still have it in. I mean, I still know where that came from.
Yeah.
And but I'm more into blues and I'm more into stuff that people can recognize right now. But shucks. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Cool. Well, keep playing, Tom, and just thanks. Oh, that's all I can say. You guys being in the same room effectively with you guys is a thrill for me because I really enjoy the album. And thanks for joining us, Tom.
You're welcome.
Ken, we'll have to get back into some music now and see if we can get Tom off the other end of that phone. We're going to keep going because this album, the Trip Through Hell album, does stand up as a concept album. So we'll go right from track 1 into track 2, Trip Through Hell. This is track 2, Colorado Morning on the local sound department, KFAI 90.3 and 106.7